watching the charts, the candles glow red. Overbud signal screwing with my head. RSI spiking, it's a dangerous high. Crowds chasing hype, but I know it's a lie. Support's gonna break, I've studied the trend. My stop loss is set, I'm ready to bet. Read the news, check the vibe, feel the heat. Exposed buzzing, but I trust my beat. Sell the peak, let the price come crashing down. Ride the drop while the weak hands drown. I'm the maverick trading smart in this game. Cutting through the noise, I'll never be tamed. Can't take no way. Finance is live, liquidity's tight. I size my trade small, keep my risk inside. Death cross forms, the chart's gonna crack. Timing's my edge, there's no turning back. Low leverage only, I'm playing it clean. Volatility's wild, but I'm living the dream. Sentiment shifting, the crowd's in a haze. But I'm locked in, I'm setting the stage. Sell the peak, let the price come crashing down. Ride the drop while the weak hands drown. I'm the maverick trading smart in this game. Cutting through the noise, I'll never be tamed. Can't take no way. Squeeze is looming, the market's ablaze. Price spikes fast, but I won't be swayed. Hodlers taunt, say I'm bound to lose. But my plan's tight, I know what to choose. Taxes, track, regulations in view.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me for the ringing of the cowbell.
Grab your ding-a-ling. Give it a blink.
Weirdo. The ringing of the cowbell ceremony has now completed. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourself for the turkey.
In a shadowed snare. Frustration hums in the
For those of you out there that have been hitting that like,
Holy crap.
I just want to say thank you.
You did it on time and everything. Wow, Sean. Welcome everyone to Late Night Crypto with Road Dogg. So glad to have you here. Thank you for hanging out with me. Got 9 people hanging out here. Let me give you a shout out. Hello, 9 people. How are you tonight? I saw Strega out there. How's it going, Strega? I see MG Motorsports. Shout out to you guys. Good ass cowbell. I know. Even got some good ass coffee tonight too. If you don't, oh, it's got a little dog on it. Wow, hey, I should sell mugs of dogs on them. And a road, and a turkey. What were we talking about? Squirrel. Ha. Anyway, got some good ass coffee tonight. I went with chicory tonight. 100% chicory, caffeine free, because other stuff keeps me, well, I don't go to bed till 6 in the morning if I drink the real stuff. But this one hits the spot. It's actually, it's pretty tasty, actually. I kind of like it. It's perfect for the late night stream. So some good ass chicory. I guess coffee. It's not technically coffee, but coffee substitute. You're a pussy. Hey, Sean, come on now. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, let me continue saying hello to everybody. MG Motorsports, how's it going? No, wait, I think I'm confused. I think I'm always confused. Always, usually. Bullets on Parade. How's it going, my man? Good to see you guys out here. MG Motorsports said, play DGen on CFX. That's Confluence, right? And Zora last night. Those two, from what I can see, they did good. I didn't play them. But let's take a look at those charts. CFX and Zora. I'll put that on my list here to take a look at some of those. Still got some Zora, says Stricker. Hey, there's Joe. It slipped in by me. I didn't see though. There he is. All teeth and grin, just all smiling. Hey, Joe. How's it going, Joe? And we got So. Hey, So, how's it going? Good to see you. And I think I've got everybody. Tommy 2 Liters, I saw you here. Did I say? There we go. Road Dog, did you make bank? I did. Hey, congratulations, Tommy. I've had. The account is growing. The gains are being there, and right now I'm in just a wee bit of drawdown here on a couple of trades, but we've done good. My XLM trade's actually up. That's pretty cool. That's one of the active little futures trades I've got. Everything else I got is pretty much spot margin, and it's give and take, but it's had a decent week. I'm very pleased with the progression here on the account there. So congratulations you guys experiencing this. We'll take a look at total 3 here in a minute, because that represents our altcoins. But right now I'm on the very tiny 6-minute time frame here on Bitcoin, and she playing with us, losing trend lines and dotted trend lines and secondary last hope trend lines, and like, is this really a trend line? And man, I give up trend line. It's lost every one of them trend lines, and like as they go up, we're trying to follow. You can't see it until I get on something bigger. We're just too zoomed in. What the trend lines? I'm saying it's lost whatever trend. This one, looking for that one, and that's part of how it matures out, and it's got a good chance to come back and touch its original trend line. That's we're kind of hoping it wouldn't, but hey, man, it might go sideways to do it. I don't know what it's going to do. But I do know it made a lower low, and that's after making a lower high, and those get to be kind of, weird signs. It's not lower than this one over here, and that kind of made pretty much, I mean, you can consider that a diamond pattern right there, if you're looking pattern-wise. But you know what? Now, I bet there were a lot of people. I think this is going to be kind of interesting. Now, the way that I'm looking at this is through my fibs. I'm looking at this through the lens of my fib strategy, and go from swing low to swing high, and we're catching here at the 236 area. Now, we lose it a little bit and we come back, but that means that we're basically holding this area. And as long as we're above that one, I'm pretty happy under any circumstances. Even if we came down here and come back up to it, I'd be happy to be back up here. But if we can hold this one, if we go this level here, and we don't break this level here, that means that our pretty much only choice is to go up, and a measured move from this particular fib level is pretty gosh darn good. It gets to a number that almost, it's mean boy territory, around 146,000, somewhere through there. Pretty, I think it's actually a little bit higher. Pretty good, but what it would be a nice strong move. Now, we had that back here. I remember we were back here in this area. We had that same deal going on, and this is part of the move from breaking off of that one. So it's likely that I would say that in a few months, if we were to go close your eyes and flash forward a few months and look at the charts and then look back to where we are now, I think you would be seeing the beginning stages, or well, they've been going for a while, but you would be seeing the parabolic move take place. And it can be, we know it can be slow, and then it can be kind of draggy, and then it goes. And then it levels out and you're like, oh, is it over? And you know, you got to figure that out, and then it goes, and it gets kind of interesting and wild. And so this is where we wanted to be early in the spring, people. This is where we wanted to be, like in April, like really February, March, and April. This is where we wanted to be, and we're starting to get there. Thank gosh, finally. So Bitcoin here is reclaiming. Did I screw that up, or did you do it, Sean? I had a line here and now it's gone. Not this red line, but another red line. Sean, did you erase my fib? Sean, somebody got my fib. We're going to have to do a police report on my missing fib here. Or maybe I could just draw another one. We'll let this one go. Next time, though, I'm reporting that little sucker. All right, so right here, we got our 236 Fibonacci. You want to just do it all over again? Boom, draw a big red line right there because I like them red. And we look like we lost it just a little bit ago. We did. It looked like it was, oh no, it's all over. It's time to sell. It's going to go down. And it might still go down because them moving averages don't look happy at all. They look like they're ready to give it up. I'm just going to be honest with you. This could be a bearish retest. But we're trying to reclaim that little 236 area. So I'm also looking at that guy. I likes it. Perhaps what the best thing to do, which I highly recommend. This is Sunday. Let's zoom out. We get a weekly candle close here on Sunday nights. And let's see how we are doing over here. How are we looking? How you doing? Doing okay? Yeah, how's your mom's? She's doing okay too? Here we're on the weekly. We got this green line right here. That's our 9-moving average or above it. So therefore, my verdict for this week as well as last week is we're just fine, folks. Till we break that little sucker, I ain't worried. But that sucker is hanging around down here at $109,000. So that would kind of suck for a lot of things, especially it suck for my trade that I'm in right now. Don't do it. Please don't do it. Please don't go down there right yet. We could see a test of that at any point now. I'm just saying. I think we're at a point where we can try to get a trend line going, and I'm going to try to get as many candle bodies going as I can right here. Draw this out here on the weekly time frame. Give us some candle body touches there. Not the best. There's actually another angle that branches off here. And another one that we had over here, but can you see the rounding? Can you see the parabolic move even here on the weekly from where we were down at 27,000? See how we kind of veered up? We didn't even really come all the way down to touch this. I mean, kinda. Depends on how you draw your trend line. We wicked down there. We didn't have a solid candle body touch down there. And that's a deviation. Can you see that? Can you see the parabola? Can you see the curving and how we're just kind of breaking? We're like an airplane that's just trying to slowly take off. And then it'll start gaining some altitude here. We've already cleared some major areas over here with Bitcoins here on the weekly. Might as well get all the weekly stuff because this helps us figure out where we're going. That was that was nice, actually. I mean, not counting all the wickage, which, oh, what are you talking about? It sucked. But when you zoom out and look at the actual candle bodies, man, that was a perfect retest right there. Broke out higher highs, came back, higher lows. This was the 236. Remember this little guy? Swing, swing. Oh, you went down to 382 there. Oh, well, cool. Let's go ahead and mark this little guy for a measured move. We're looking for these guys. I'm looking for 126,700 as a target we could be headed to. Call me crazy. I don't care. I'm going to lay my cojones out there and I'm going to say, hey, man, I think we should have something here. When I say we should have something here, I mean, we should have some kind of reaction here, a pivot, if you will, at this area right there, 127. I'm on the weekly time frame, by the way. We're looking into the future. The future. We're looking into the future. Cross our fingers and hope it's the future. Nobody knows it. but we're just looking within the scope of what the Fibonacci tells me that we could hit. And sometimes when I look at the scope of the Fibonacci and it tells me what it could hit, a lot of times it hits it. And so that's what we had from this little area here, this low to there. And we're bouncing this off of the 382 there. It really hung here. If you see, when we're talking about the 236 area, that's what this guy is right here. Boom, right there. That's where we came up and we respect it with our candle bodies. Nice, nice. We got a nice ass strong move right there, ladies and gentlemen. And a nice trend line formed here on the weekly. And from this one, I mean, we had this one, right? We got one hump, two humps out of it, and then we started doing something different. And now we got one hump, working on our second hump, and that's where we can see these numbers, 126. Maybe even if it gets ferocious enough and bullish enough, 135, that target's definitely available too. So for the weekly, that's the news I'm getting here. What says yes on the O indicators, especially you, MACD? How do you look? Because you're the one that tells us when to get the hell out, or lets us know that, honey, you missed it. That's usually what I get from her. Oh, honey, you missed it. You should have listened to. I told you before. I told you, and I was even late. When she crosses on the weekly, man, respect that. Whether there's a bullet cross or not, man, you got to respect the weekly MACD. Because when you don't, you get your asses handed to you. It happens to me every time I don't respect the weekly MACD. Right now, she's looking kind of cool, man. She's ready to party, dude. She's got her second wind going on. You see that nice little wave with this blue line came down, made the little kissy duck lips, the little, and then they start spreading out again. Yeah. They kissy, then spread them. Yeah. Yeah, if that were only, if that happened every day, that'd be a happy turkey. What are we talking about again? Coffee, wasn't it? Yes, that's what we were talking about coffee. What, we don't have it on here? You suck. All right. Big ass coffee. All right, so the weekly looks kind of cool, right? RSI's up. I don't see any bearish divergence there. It's the RSI thing is looking cool. This is going higher than that one, and that's what price action is doing. So there's no local bearish divergence there. So that's good. Parabola maybe performing here. If I were to look at this green cloud, and this is the reason I keep that green cloud around, because it can tell me some things. You see how I did over here? Kind of went, and then we went. Yeah, we're kind of doing the same little things. We're doing the little stair steps ups. We went above it and then burp. So the weekly green crowd says she's ready to party too, baby. Can you believe that maybe by Christmas we might be looking at $158,000 Bitcoin? I mean, that we're finally at that part of the market, and I hope that's sinking in, because the fears of coming way back, crashing way back down. I mean, a 30% crash is what you got to be prepared for from whatever price that we topped out at. 30% crash at this point in time could take us down to 85,000. And that would be the bottom of this big ass trend line. That could happen. I would say by the time it met there, it would be higher, and would probably be somewhere closer to 95 or 100. But at some point, that might happen. I don't see it happening today, though. Let's go to the daily. Check out the daily, because the weekly looking good. The weekly looking good. The daily looking suspect, though. What's up with you, MACD? You trying to go bearish on us? You trying to flip flop on us? You trying to take us down over the next few days here? You tried to shake us out after you pumped us up over the weekend. That would be fitting, wouldn't you think? It wasn't really that big of a pump, though, for the weekend, according to the daily. But we have lost the 9 moving average here, that green line. So when we're above the 9, everything is fine. And when we get below the 9, then I'm going to talk bad about you. I'm going to talk crap about you, because we're probably heading back to a 21 moving average right here. If you go with my 5 moving average strategy, there's a method to that madness, and I got videos on it in the membership area. The $3 thing, YouTube membership area, I got videos on that. I think I recently just posted the other one over there. So there is a possibility that over this next week, and I hope we get a pump tomorrow. I hope we can at least go back up and retest that moving average. Maybe I can de-risk out of the little trades I'm in. But if we got a possibility to be going down to 113, I might want to get prepared for that. The period between the 18th and 23rd, which is only 3 more days away, I've been looking at those periods toward the end of July for a possible pullback. And we might be getting it, although it doesn't look like it's going to be as bad as what I thought. When I was looking at it before, we were still over here in these areas. Since then, we've done pretty gosh darn good. Can't bitch about that, can I? But I can draw a trend line and try to see where we might. Where we might go. Let me double check that little red line right there again. We got that. Are we sure about that? Okay. So we got you as a green line right here. Right now, she's holding her local 236. So you notice that we've been talking about 236s. Right now, she has not lost her little local 236. Take that for what you will. I don't know. You know, if it flies off the handle from here, we want to probably be on that train. But it doesn't always happen. So that would be the only thing that would save us from coming down here, in my personal opinion. We might come down here to about 113, 114, 114,000, and hopefully that would even hold. And that's what the daily says. What says you on the 4 hour over here? You still trying to do that pullback? Shame on you. Well, we lost the 50. We lost all those little moving averages. The 100 is close to there. It's about 114,600. That would be the next target on this particular time frame if I was looking for that to happen. But hey, you know, miracles do happen and things turn right around. Some people will be looking at this as a possible, and rightly so, they could do that little local pattern here of a descending triangle. Use a continuation pattern. This one has about a 53% chance to break to the upside, so flip a coin if it's going to go up there or not, or basically a little bit better than flipping a coin. Ichimoku cloud suggests that it's not as likely. That's why one reason why we keep her hanging around. We in the fat green cloud here usually comes down to the other side, so I'm leaning a little bit more. We coming down to about 114, at least that area. We have not confirmed that we're going to do that yet, other than breaking this little trend line right there if we're following trend lines. See that little booger? So if you're looking at a symmetrical triangle, well, you might be doing the rabbit run. That would suck. What if you did do the rabbit run? Rabbit run looks like that. Ha ha. From what I can see, we are losing areas and we are likely coming down for Bitcoin. Now, what about the old altcoins? 12 people hanging out with me. So glad to have you guys here. Let me dial back in over there. While I'm sitting here blabbing and we look over the altcoin stuff real quick, let me put up the request marker. And we'll place that up there, right there. Submit your Gordon request for live analysis. Priority goes to members and super chats. Hey, we got Sicario. How's it going? Placed second in the beauty competition. Hey, congratulations, my man. They're going to pay you.
For those of you
What the hell was that?
I'm supposed to thank. Thank you very much.
I'm not really sure what's happened right there. Mercury is in retrograde, and there's been some crazy things going on over here too, so I'm not quite sure. Okay, that's all right. I don't give a rat's ass. Anyway, back over here. What were you guys talking about? Hey, there's Jim. How's it going, Jim? CME gaps open at 114K and 91K. Curious to see if 114K is the bounce. Well, there's another argument for 114K then. You know, I didn't look at, sometimes I like to look at micro Bitcoin futures over here, especially when it comes to the moving averages over there. They always got more bullish feeling over here. And I gotta say, man, that 50 moving average is holding over here on the futures. And they up and running and playing right now. I'm curious what they're going to do. Normally, when you get your lower high like that, you would look for a lower low. So let they might go do that. This is where we should be able to see the gap, right? There's that gap. See the gap right there? That's what Jim's talking about. The little gap that's coming in right here at our little trend line. So we got confluence there. The only thing we don't have is a breakage of this non-moving average on the daily here. I'm curious. Is it going to happen? It may take it a few days to happen, though. That's the thing. It doesn't happen tomorrow or tonight or anything. But it could happen. Oh, I don't know. Wednesday's a good dump day. Depends on how they want to play us. Let me get back to those Ichimoku candles right there. Come back to the chat real quick. Jim says the only reason I'm watching the gaps is that leverage seems to be leading the market. It is. I do agree. Let's see. I'm checking to make sure I'm not missing anything there. Ooh, duck lips. Oh, Sean, the rat's ass is still on the screen. Thank you. Thank you for calling that out, Ave. Rat gap. All right, so while we're on a respectable time frame such as the daily right now, let's quickly come over here to the total 3, which is still, it's not made it past our 7-8. Oh, I moved that. It's not made it past our 786 fib area here, but we've been butting our head up there enough times that it still might be trying to break through that little sucker, man. We're still above the 9-moving average. We're not broken trend line, so I cannot say anything bad about altcoins other than we are at what is normally a pivot area resistance that we could get a correction from, or we could get above it and kind of level out and maybe even try to go higher. So we still got another level that we're looking at 1.1 trillion if we can bust up above there, and that could be a pivot point too. Do we got anything? What's going on over here? My feeling is that she can get above there, consolidate or flag out, however you want to explain it. And I'm eyeballing these targets up here about 1.29 trillion. And that would be a nice come up for our altcoins. It would almost feel like an altcoin season. I guess everybody probably would be saying it was altcoin season. Bitcoin dominance, though, this is what we were talking about with Bitcoin dominance. So she's still not made it all the way down here to the yellow line, the 618 fib, and I would expect that it would come down and touch it because that's where we had situations here, played around with it here, and then bounced off of it here 2 times. So highly likely that we would try to come back and maybe get a hiccup there. If we continue past it, and we got some other barriers and other trend lines that we could find, like a major trend line here. We could find some even support a little bit lower. So in my personal opinion, we got a nice little run on altcoins going on. Kind of like what we had back over here from November to December. A nice little rally. A rally. This is what we'll call a rally. Some people are calling it altcoin season. I think that they were not in the big altcoin season because when you're in an altcoin season, you will know you're in an altcoin season. Most definitely. Because they keep going. So this one might just last a little while longer, but we got some. So I do recommend have a profit taking plan for these altcoins over this next week or so. This is the daily candle. I don't know how long it'll take it down here to get down here and possibly bounce, but we might have a week, 2 weeks. I don't know. It'd be cool if we had 3 weeks of good altcoin, decent altcoin action. At least another week. Come on. You already lost the 200 moving average. You can at least give us that, right? Give us a little bit more. However, here she's already starting to print out these little pesky green dots over here, and that means she's trying to turn around already. For real. They can take them, as you can see, it takes them a minute to kind of swing in, but let's be on the alert for that. If we take that into consideration, that means, well, maybe tomorrow they'll drive it down or the next day and then we'll bounce. So maybe we don't have very much longer to wait on these altcoins. So might want to be making them profit taking plans pretty pretty quick. Because as Bitcoin starts to drop in, they're going to bring some of them altcoins down too. I'm just saying. Total 3 though. Look at you, baby. She's already got a red candle starting. I mean, that can change though. But it does look like there might be that possibility we're talking about when we break the major trend line or whatever. We come up here, we might be setting ourselves up for a double top. Maybe. But we're approaching the bottom of this trend line, so it's telling me that very soon it's either going to be make it or break it. Either we're going to go up, and it should be a forceful move if we can finally get past that. So within the next 12 hours, 3 candles, we should know if we're going to get an explosive move up or see rejection coming down. I gotta say, in this defense, we're still above that 9 moving average, so that's leaning a little bit more hopeful than not. Can't say nothing bad about it until I break that 9 moving average. Can't say anything really dirty about it until you break a trend line. Then I can start cussing you like a little sailor. Like a Michael Sailor. I'll cuss you like a Michael Sailor, but right now she's holding strong right there. I'm going to make this trend line white. Why's it got to be white? Well, I can't see it. We tried a black one. It blended right in. Don't hate me. Hate the platform. Hey, here is a coin. 14 people is hanging out with me. We've looked at it here on this. I don't know if any of you guys have been in it. If you're in this or have been in this, if this is one of your coins, let me know. Give me some ones there in the chat. But this is Cubic. I've talked about it several times, and she's finally had her day. This is a little AI play that finally got some nice little moves from rubbing down to this lower low down here, which was, in retrospect, you can see that was the beautiful place to get in, right? And always spot them bottoms in hindsight. If you got some tricks, you can kind of maybe spot them before they happen, though, with a little foresight. Should we go over that? Because we've already exploded out of everything over here. So what's your trick, road dog? You see their fibs over here? You see that 113 bounce there? Little clues. Now we got our new fib here to be coming over right here. Swing high to swing low. We just graduated out of our 236 fib area. Congratulations, Cubic. Hey, man, I'm very impressed with you. Hey, congratulations. Woohoo! Choo-choo. Yeah. We're quickly approaching our 382 level. There might be some slight turbulence there as we continue to probably, more than likely, forcibly continue to break up, because if it's anything like our last flight that we had, when we left, we were taken off to Valhalla. We might be going back for a return trip, and our next destination may be at a bunch of zeros, which is about 5 of them after a decimal point, and 28. We are at 5 zeros and 20 right now. 5 zeros and 20. Here we go again. All right. The real sweet spot is going to, of course, always be that little 618. See what's going to happen there. That would be, if there's going to be a nice little pullback sell-off or whatever, that was going to be the sweet spot. I am still on the weekly, so this is for a little bit more, but for what she's done recently, just recently, this thing has done 60%, baby. 60% from where it just flattened out and went sideways there for the longest. Nice to see a move out of this. I hope it turns into something yummy. Yummy. Here on the daily, we're above the 200 moving average. Got some nice crossing going on there. I can see her going up and then doing a retest. So that area right there at 23,465 is what I got there. Would be a good area. And we're most likely to come back and probably knock about halfway through here. See our trend lines, probably pull a fib, come out right back here, just a little less than where we were, about 19, before trying to bounce back up. That would be what I would like to see. Now, if it happens, I don't know, and if it does happen, it's like, oh look, he's a genius. That's just what I'd like to see. I don't always get what I want. Hardly ever do I get what I want. I'd like to get laid every day. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Oh, look at that nice little trend line right there. Woo! All right, so higher highs, and after we get a higher high and look for a higher low, but we might be coming to an area where you need to. I'm talking to myself, do I need to take a little profit here? Mine are kind of on a wallet put away, and then I got a little small position on my account just so I can monitor it. And I just noticed she started growing today, and I likes it. I likes what I'm seeing right there. I plan on keeping her until I at least get up through here and see what happens. Another one that I'm like that I'm trying to build a bag on is actually one that Jim here mentioned quite a while. Telos. It's got a lot of tokens, and I don't like that, but it's also an opportunity at the low market cap that it's on. Oh, this is not. It's a layer 1, so that's got me kind of excited about it. What's all this? Let's see what we got here. Is this you, Telos? I'm on the weekly. Oh my gosh. Is this KuCoin? So, doesn't look like very much, does it, over here? But she's been moving. It's at 3.4 cents right now. It's been hanging around there, down at this low, so I've been trying to build a little bag of it down here. As risky as it may or may not be. This is what I'm doing. We got some, if you see this right here, how price is coming down, and you see on our momentum wave over here, it's going up. We got some bullish divergence going on right there on that particular indicator. And also, I guess if you're looking at the MACD, yeah, we've also got some bullish divergence there. To me, I think it's worth a shot. She may even come down. She can't come down too much lower. But this is on the weekly. However, on the daily, that's where we're starting to see a little bit of the enticement coming over. So this one might be, this is for degens only, I suppose, or just anybody with an investor mindset trying to accumulate on the low lows. I think is at a good price at 3 cents for Telos. Didn't we look at this the other night? I thought we did. Telos has got a $14 million market cap, tiny ass market cap. This is totally, this would be in degen territory for a lot of people. Like, oh, no, that's too small. And some people might want to see it prove itself before they get into it. However, it's been around for a little bit now. Since last time, its all-time low was December 5th, 2020. It was just under a penny. All-time high was $1.43 3 years ago in 2022. I'm not trying to shield this one. I'm just trying to give you a feel for what it is. It's a layer 1 scaling Web 3, launch and scale with complete Telos ecosystem. I don't know if you're interested in it. Check it out. But I like to take a chance with that one. The tokenomics on it, that was what I really came over here to look for, right? Maximum supply circulating supply is 438 million. I think it was supposed to be 1 billion maximum supply is what I saw in another source, but I have to verify that. But right now the circulating supply is 438 million for a coin that has a market cap of 14 million. That's a layer 1. Fast, very fast. If you do your research on it, ask Grok about it if you're interested in it. That's a good place to check it out. A layer 1 EVM blockchain. It looks like it could have promise, is what I'm saying. And so I'm building me a small bag, and it's like I said, it's a small bag. It's just a couple $100, but I'm trying to build it down here so I can sell it up here, because I don't know if I can give me a $500 bag of it at 3 cents, and then I can moon bag it at 10 cents. Ooh, baby, that's about a 3x right there, man. That's 200% gains. If it can just get back to where it was December, remember December? Remember December? Right up there, about 30 cents from where we are. That's a 10x, right? Yeah, baby. $500 could become $5,000 in that context, and I'm kind of cool with that. Now, whether it goes back to its all-time highs or even sees where it was a year ago when it was at 61 cents. See, see why 3 cents looks like it might be a discount for something that's only got so many millions. That's just what I look for. You don't have to look for it. You don't have to like it. You don't have to do nothing. I'm just sharing it, and I just got it because when you guys shared it with me, and I thought, wait a minute, bro, you might be on to something right here now. You might be on to something. So shout out to Jim. If it goes wrong, we'll blame him. String him up by his toenails. So I've been on my spot margin. I take a little profit, I take a little smidgen and throw it over and throw it in here, just a little bit, just from DCAing into this one while she's down at a nice juicy area. Because according to my fib, anywhere below 11 cents is a juicy spot to accumulate this little sucker. Really, that seems kind of all right. Did we not fib you low enough? Do we need to fib you from over here? Maybe I need a new fib. No, that is the low fib. Well, actually, from here, anywhere below 16 cents is the juicy price. Let's take a look at, if you don't mind, we took a look at Cubic. Arweave, we looked at that one before. I don't know if any of you guys are in Arweave, but she's having a decent little day at $8.67. Trying to confirm a double bottom pattern right here. Do we have a fib level? You're a little bit higher than that one. That looks low to me, though. I think you went below an 886. Oh, you went all the way back down to ground zero. It didn't look even to me. Was that oh, that's my drawing. It went all the way down there. It is a little bit above. So nice. And she's trying to reclaim the 886 level that she lost there. Good chance that is probably the bottom. It's making a bottom pattern, therefore we can kind of assume, because it makes an ass out of you and me, since we're talking about bottoms anyway, might as well be made an ass out of. If we're wrong anyway. $15 is our 236 level. That's where I want to see it go. That's a double up from here, baby. I like that. Let me zoom you down, scale you down, get my other one right there. That's almost where we are now. Almost where we are now. In these stages, I like to, when they start doing like a bigger double, when they're in a double bottom pattern like this, or maybe a huge double bottom, because that's possibly what's going on. There's some kind of weird harmonic right there, takes you down to zero. I like to scale it down and look at my 236s. And they make very, very juicy targets. So, are we? Can we get there? $10. Is that what you are? $10? $10.19. And nice. So we lost this trend line idea right here, and that line will be resistance, and it'll be a little fuzzy. We'll take it under here. That's being too generous, probably, but it probably hit us something up there, and we'll continue to watch it there. So even if we were to go straight up in price somewhere around $20, we'd butt our head and have to figure something out there. Right now it looks pretty good that RWE might be having a breakout soon, maybe, to confirm, hopefully to confirm this double bottom here, this W pattern. I don't know, you guys think it's a double bottom? Is that what do you guys think it's a double bottom? Or is it the Saki and Baggy? We just need to put a little support up there. Either way, I'm fine with it. Whether that's cleavage or a butt crack, I'm cool with it. As long as we start getting up to these areas. As long as it makes things rise, that's all that matters. Let me come back to the chat. You guys can get me on topic here. Hey, we got Mon! Hey, Mon! Mon and Soul, they're doing the same things. They have a secret language, secret messages going back and forth. Jim says, Tilo's finally back-tested the original move up from 2021. Was waiting for that moment. It's like a good moment. I'm just saying. Is Celinda here? Hey, there's Celinda. How's it going, Celinda? How you doing? Good to see you. Nice! Some people are trying to argue that Bitcoin dominance plus Tether dominance plus all the other blah 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 suggests that we already hit that 70% target, but I don't necessarily buy that. If we add all the other dominance together to get that, I'm more just worried about Bitcoin dominance than I am. Well, I mean, I like to look at the Tether dominance on its own. And that one's still got some... I meant to do this, and I haven't done this. I'm going to put you on the daily. That's not the right one. It's this one down here. Put this on the daily. Because, I don't know if you can see, it's right behind my little turkey head there. But when we get back down to this area right here, I'm gonna put this little thing, this little box right there. And that's a sell altcoin. I'm gonna label it. Sell altcoins. Because if we start finding some support there. Oh, my bad. I need to zoom out before I do that. Let me take that off in there. I need to zoom out. I think I'm looking at the 2% area. I can't do it on that little bitty screen there. But I've got USDC and USDT dominance together right here. No, you're still kind of... Oh, you gotta... You're killing me. You're killing me, Smalls. Even Tether dominance. Okay. All right, yeah, okay. I'd still look for that area down here. This isn't a bearish pattern. It should break to the downside. It would be great if it broke down to the downside. I would think that would be people selling out of Tether to go into altcoins, hopefully. Or it could bounce and go up and people be selling out of their altcoins going back into Tether. Well, it's it would need to break to the downside if everything else is signaling that altcoins are trying to go up right now. Well, that's going to be freaking interesting. That's got bearish tendencies right here. Tether dominance coming down. Okay, well, I was going to draw a little line and say I will watch this area when we get down here because we've been down here before. March of last year, December and January. Every time that we bounced so far with our altcoins, it's been giving it up here. So we need to, when it gets here, we need to worry about maybe selling our altcoins or TP. Oh man, you're not gonna let me label you? Come on, dude. TP altcoins. So this is a good chance. I do believe, and if things go crazy after that, we can always jump back in. Otherwise, just ride the roller coaster up and down like we've done all the time. That's what's happened over here. No more roller coaster rides. Ugh. I'm just saying. So Linda says the market's finally getting exciting. I agree, it finally is. About dang time. It's finally doing what we were hoping it would do back in spring. But hey, better late than never, right? I was almost thinking them selling May boys were right on target. They did get a few good months out of that. Hopefully they got back in, or gals. Jim says double bottoms rejecting at resistance is such a painful fake out. Oh yeah, when they don't get up past that little line there. I agree. I think he's talking about like when they like this one. See, we just looked at another one that was hanging around up here, like, right? And you look at this, possible double bottom, but until it confirms breaking out of, or basically breaking out over here, they can do this. They can be rejection. That sucks. But that's okay. You just say, look, now it's a shoulder, head and shoulder to them. We knew it all along. If I'm looking, actually, what I'm looking at, if we're looking at the bigger pattern here, the support here, and then the local patterns, what I'm looking at here, there's an open and broadening wedge, and I know that they go sideways, right? They do a partial decline. It's probably a part. It looks like a nice little partial decline trying to happen here too on this one, on this particular thing, which would not be good for altcoins if that were to happen. Any of you guys into whiff? I meant to look for some ones and nobody's in Qubit. Nobody's in Qubit. No Qubit people. I spend all the time on Qubit and nobody cares about it. Yay! We don't care about what you want to look at. This is what's all this? That's a lot of lines. That's a lot of congestion right there. That's too many lines. I ain't going. The ones I'm really looking at would be that red one right there. We'll redraw him if we need to be. So yeah, whiff. It was up at $4, right? In November, $4, and she came all the way down to 37. Scary. Nobody wanted to touch it. Even at the higher low, very few people wanted to touch it. It's right now still in a good place to accumulate. Believe it or not, that's what this little red line means. Hey man, because when it gets to $3, you'll say, man, I wish I bought more when it was $1.20. I'm just saying. Jesus, Sean, come on. Anyway, let's see what else. So we got any others over here? We could, yeah, I don't get anything from that. So $2 could be, that's a nice little place to be looking for. I'm just looking ahead for whiff, maybe making plans where I want to try to take my profits. 310 looks juicy. I want that one. I don't know if I can hold on to it that long or not. I've held on to it this long. Maybe I can. What's the other 257? Actually, considering what we did here, coming down here to these bottom areas of the fibs, I would be looking right up here 386 at this area, that 786 area. That's ideally the one I would be looking for, because it'll be that area that I think that we'll actually get our more serious pullbacks. That's 232% up. It will zigzag more likely and eventually work its way up there. Nice little bottom trend line on the weekly too, man. This is the weekly. This is really zooming out. Looking on the daily, now you can kind of see what's going on. It's starting to get the parabola, or you can also just draw it straight trend lines too. She's starting to curve up. Still's got some stuff to do, but you can see it's going to 138, 140 in that area. Hopefully making a higher high from what it got here. Let's see if we can figure that one out. Just see if we can nail this next little area. Where you at? 618? Okay, gotcha. Oh, look at you. You're all the way up there at that one. You might hit that one, actually. I'm mostly looking for these two right here. So to me, I believe we could actually see 168, 181, and then we also got this other target over here at 210. That's a bigger fib pool, the 382, so toward $2. But shorter term targets, I'm looking for 168. I think you can do it. If we're going to go up for a higher high, that's the pivot points I'm looking for right there. And it will probably do something kind of like what we got right here, where it goes, it knocks out one, then it comes back and knocks out the other. That's kind of a situation that I could see happen right there. Can we copy that? Can we get something like that? Can you possibly see something like that maybe happening? And then we pull back and then try to go, maybe. I don't know. That's what I'm planning on. I ain't selling yet. That's what I'm trying to say. A little bit, but not much. So CFX Conflux, boom, look at that. That's crazy. That's like we at the disco. We having a party tonight? Anyway, right there now. Ooh, what's this yellow line here? I gotta zoom. I'm on the daily. I thought I zoomed out. This is the daily? That's awesome. Hell yeah. Let's get rid of some of this stuff over here and see what we got going on. Conflux. I need to zoom out to the weekly. Look at that on the weekly. I don't even know what all this crap is. What are you doing over there? It's been a minute since I looked at this one. So it was hanging down about, what, 6 cents, and it's at 22 cents now? So a few weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, you could have got it around, what was it, 2 cents? Or 6, 7, 8 cents? Amazing. Wow, it 3 or 4x'd. I wish I could make a quick 2 or 3 or 4x. This one would have done it. Of course, you'd have to be a bottom feeder to make those kind of gains, though, right? Or catch it at a breakout. if you were looking for the double bottom scenario there and trying to catch this next little bottom there, even though it was lower, I mean, anybody that lucky enough to be targeting this little guy, 200% gains, not bad. Let's see, what do we got going on right now? Where's she headed? What's she not doing? Where's she going to get some rejection now? What's going on with you, man? Oh, yeah, okay. So definitely, she'll probably go up and try to touch it again. Good area to get paid a little bit. I'm just saying, what is that? 24, 25 cent area if we can get there. Higher high might be at 30 cents, but I would be really targeting in that 36 cent area there. So the rule of the game is, or what I'm looking for, if we can't make it past the 0.5, which is 30 cents, maybe I should mark it too. Then it's I might as well just be leaving my fib up, because you're really just watching it walk up for real. But not getting there puts us in danger of a lower low, and we could come down to these areas, which is like in the negative. So let's see how that happens. Ideally, we would want to try to break above there and kind of consolidate, maybe even come up and get rejected there and pull back to, I don't know, but that area at 36 cents is one of the sweet spots I'm looking for. 44 if you really want to try to test it. That would be a nice lower high if it wants to do a lower high. She's been making higher highs. That's a tricky call right there. That one's gotten tricky. Tricky dicky. From here to there, you 886'd. And from here to there, you 88. You also 886. Congratulations. You got a double 886er no matter how you measure it. How amazing is that? She 886 us either way right there at the bottom. Yetham loud. Conflux looks kind of cool on the weekly. What are you looking like on the 4 hour? Are you serious? Are you going to try to bust through it? Are you going to try? I don't know if you're going to make it though. I mean, you got a good chance, but she might be. You don't need to take a little break before you do. She looks like she's going to try to run through it one more time. And Ichimoku Cloud on the 4 hour says she might actually do it, man. The next target, pretty much the juicy. Remember 30 cents, and then I didn't mark 30. Let's mark 30. It might be trying to go to 30. So there's a couple of these that are above a trend line and still respecting it, and then still respecting everything. Some of these are still looking quite bullish. Bitcoin, I see, is back at 118. You just can't make up your mind what you're doing, can you, Bitcoin? Did you pump because our show's on? That's good for the algorithms, what I'm told. It pumped because our show's on. You pumped because we're on. That just feels weird to even say something like that. That's stupid. I've heard influencers say that. I just think that's like, really? Can you be any more full of yourself than that? Well, they wait for us to come on and then start pumping. Well, they knew we were going to take that trade, so they smashed it against us. They went against me on my trade. How dare these market makers do that? They watched me coming and they know where my stop losses is, and they came and hunted. See some crazy stuff here on YouTube. If it's got an ego, it's going to be funny or terrifying to watch. Hey man, that's kind of cool that we do have a trend line idea down here, and it's like that's your lone wolf trend line. It's not, it should spell out better though, for real. Zoom out. Yeah, there we go. Well, that's not you though. There's one a little lower. Maybe I'm squinting my eyes just right, but it looks like we got an angle issue here with candle bodies to candle bodies, and maybe I should turn on that magnet tool, Joe. Probably what Joe's saying. Turn on your magnet tool. But I also got, if I got another third touch over here in this area, I don't get, we're above it, so I'm good with that. We got a chance to be bouncing off this trend line that's deviating from the main one, the bigger main one down. Parabolic. Can you say parabola? I'm still looking for that idea. What's this red line? Red lines, man, don't do it. Are we? Oh, we're still back on. Yeah, we're on a different chart. That's why I'm mobile. I think this is the one we've been following. mostly. It looks like a nice respect of this 236 fib area here, man. Unless I just make sure I didn't screw that up there. Where'd you go, man? Is that one accurate? Is that accurate, man? Why, hell no. I thought I was pointing out something else. I'm getting my line colors all mixed up. Stop. Make it stop. Now we're there. Oh, but you're both on a bigger pool, though. Okay. Anyway. This turkey is talking in circles. 23 people hanging out. Hey, man, I'm glad to have you guys here. If you want to look at something, let me know. Otherwise, we'll be wrapping it up here. We got about an hour in, and we got some time to look at a few little extra things here. I haven't looked at Zora. I want to take a look at Zora, if you don't mind. She had a nice little pump up there today. Wow, look at you. I wish I'd been in you. I know we looked at you before. And I know I've seen it popping also on Tokenmetrics. Nice little pumpy pump right there. Go to the sky. It's at 2 cents right now, and it was hanging around half of that. 1.1 cent. Whatever did it do from pulling this fib just from this one right here and getting this red one right there? Whatever did it do? Well, it went up and then it retested that area and then popped off to the upside. That's crazy. It went parabolic. That's a nice one too. Well, that one's sweet. Well, let's just erase all this stuff. It's been a minute since I looked at it on this chart. Coinbase. Oh man, is there not a better one over here? Coinbase is probably the last place that it got listed, and so it probably has the least amount of chart activity to give us all of its juicy little secrets from high to low, baby. What are you doing right now? What you wearing? What kind of perfume are you wearing? Okay, so we're over here at the 382. We got rejection off of that one, so it does have a good chance to pull back and come back to this 236. He just talks all these weird numbers. I don't. It's a fib area. I'm sorry. Let me know if are the fib numbers. Do you find them confusing? Does it? I don't even know what this turkey's talking about. I'm just trying to jump in whenever my price meets what he's got there. Just thinking. Could we come back down to a penny and a half, 0.016 area for Zora? It's a good chance that might happen over the next little bit. If we can't get past that little fib area, right, there we go, right there. She's still above the 9 moving average on the 2 hour. I can't talk bad about you, even on this time frame. I can't talk bad about you. I like what I'm seeing. I like exactly what I'm seeing because it looks like we've got a breakout. Or, oh, a retest. Oh, that's what you're doing. I see what you're doing. All right, so what we got going on right here, ladies and gentlemen, is a nice little breakout of a bearish megaphone pattern trying to play naughty, which if you're bearish and you're trying to play naughty means you're going bullish. So the best thing that we can hope for is a retest of this. You got the 9 moving average right there with it. It's a perfect setup for that to happen, man. What would suck is if it doesn't happen and it comes back here, and then it could slam us down to the bottom and even at the bottom of the pattern. In a bear market, you can almost count on that for sure for happening. Too damn easy. But right now, it's got the chance to bounce, Zora. You could be doing something good. It could be an actual flag to the upside. Oh my gosh. If it's that case, then we're looking at the 618 coming into play right here. That would be sweet. 2.8 cents. And also we want to look at, I'm just going to leave the fibs on, 3.4. If we can pull that off, it is for anyone not in this would be the risky ass trade setup that you're probably stupid to take, but it could win for you. But I would not, no. You are buying right beneath resistance, right where we should pivot and come down is where you would be buying. But you're also buying support if you're looking at it from this idea. So you could set some really tight stop losses, but there's no guarantees they wouldn't just be a mean little dick and come in and wick and then bounce right up there, because they like to do that this part of the game. So those are not the best ideas either. So wow. But there's a possibility that little sucker could hold. What do you tell me on the 15-minute? You flag it out over there? Oh, that's looking fucked. She looks like she wants to try. She wants to try. What I would say that if you want to play it conservatively, you see if price can get past this little area right here at 2.2 cents to add to your position. Are you going to draw for me or not? To add to your position, if it can get up above there and hopefully hold it, because sometimes they might, you'd hope that they would bounce there and look, support and go. It don't always happen that way. Sometimes they come back and then they go right. But if we can get a higher high end, that's even another riskier place. So tell me, what do you think? You got a couple ideas here. You could wait to get up there and hope that you're not coming back for a higher low, even though that would be a good thing. But you could enter here, or you could enter here with a tighter stop loss. I lean, honestly, if it's me, what I would do, I would lean into doing in here if I were going to do it, which I don't recommend doing it because it's you have a higher chance for this not to go in your favor than for it to go in your favor. But look at that, it's really painting a picture that it wants to try to do this though. So if this would be the entry, and how tight of a stop loss? If you would be taking a risk with a tight, it's not even that tight though. That's not that tight. Oh, that's 7% on spot. Why, if you did 10x leverage to be 60%, you wouldn't want to risk 60% of your play there on that. You can get some nice little pullback, nice risk rewards, nice R's off of this, about 6 or 7 risk reward on that. But man, oh man! So would you risk 6% to make a possible 42%? I mean, there's a play there. There's a trade there. Will it play out? Look like a genius if it doesn't, or if it does, and you mean some bad mouth and road dog for even suggesting if it don't. We don't want it to break back in here. I'm going to come over to the chat and see what you guys are chatting about. Bobby Eyes, what's up? Jim Dander says, egoed if you got time. I haven't looked at that one in a minute. I'm not sold on that one, mostly because they rebranded. They did a token last cycle. They did a token switch. I was in it because it was the hot thing, and new. And then they did something with the token switch, or you had to go swap it out. And sure enough, most of the time on those, I get screwed. You gotta go change time. We did our token over here, or we did a reallocation of 100 to 1. It was something like, anyway, I got screwed. But I've been screwed about twice on some little switcheroo that they've done. So I look at them a little bit different, but is that now this one got up to crazy prices before. But you know, they've done a lot of things with their tokenomics. It's at $17 now. That's better than where I thought. I remember seeing it around 50 before, and even higher. I thought I've seen it around 200 or 300. What are they looking like now? Did they straight? I don't know anything about them. They may have done a whole 360 turnaround, but how are they looking tokenomics now? Multiverse X. They started out in one direction, then they turned around and they wanted to go multiverse because multiverse was the hot narrative last cycle. It's not now. AI is a hot narrative now, so they're probably going to be multiverse AI. Nah, I'm not going to come out and flat out accuse this one, but I'm just going to use this as an example. Is that some of these projects come out and they just go with whatever will make that token sell. Kind of like the influencers out there, just going to tell you whatever you want to hear and everything, or come up with some kind of crazy weird ass narrative that never will work out. They cleaned up their tokenomics. Looks like maximum supply is 31 million. I can see the appeal on that. That's a smart move. Smart move for you. But what the hell do you do now? Because it was a layer 1, I thought, at one time, right? It's supposed to be on a layer 1. And circulating supply is 28 million. Okay, that's a good move. Market cap is 500 million, so it's still that's a small market cap in the crypto space. That's a small market cap. Are we on? We're on the. This site should be telling me something. But they had all these damn unlocks too. All that should be about over with, hopefully. Multiverse X is a blockchain protocol that offers true horizontal scalability by using aspects of sharding, network transaction, and state. Blah, blah, blah. Nerd speak. Decentralized finance, real world assets. Oh, yeah, they're ahead of there. And metaverse. Metaverse. Smart contracts. So it is layer 1. Are they doing anything over there, though? It used to be e-gold, electronic gold. And it is governed and secured through the ego token. It's a native token, so basically proof of stake and but at least they got. I like that they just have that many of them though. Just 31 million though. That's. But thinking about all your other layer ones have got them in the billions and some of them in the trillions. XLM, XRP. The internet scale. It looks better than what it used to. I'll give you that. Crap. What I want to see is the GitHub. What have you guys been doing over there? What you been doing over here, baby, for the last little bit? Let me see what you've been up to. Well, you've been busy even lately, right? Let me go down here. Oh man, I went several pages over. Coinbase Mesh client, Axelar. Okay, well they're definitely working. Okay, I take that. They look like they lost their course for a little while last cycle. Made me start doubting them, but that's starting to look. They're starting to. I'm seeing some good signs here now. Staker rewards. This is how they are. Okay, let's take a look at the chart. Let's see what the chart says. Let's just look at the technicals. Your downs and the lows, which is where I like the buys. What? Oh, jeez. Let's just. I keep marking instead of pulling it down. Let's just remove everything. Zoom out. Oh, you did it again, man. I see some bullish divergence on the market cipher thing here on the weekly. That's a good sign. Here's where did you go? Yeah, 500. I thought I saw you at $500. I thought I remember that. So November at cycle peak last cycle, this one had enough to get it up to $500. Will it repeat something like that? Oh man, it didn't start moving until November of 2020. Where did it start moving here? January 2021 and pulled back. We're not seeing as thrill of a price action. It was hot back in the day, and like I said, they were doing some wild stuff back then too. So my question, can we make it back to the $200 area this time? That would be amazing. With as few coins, that could be how it happens. I want to do it from where we were so far this cycle, the highs that we got during this present cycle. And so we need to see 27. I'm focus on 27 and also on 52. Got another one right here. Might get some conflict with that. Close to it right there. So we got as high as the 50s, and that's where we hope we go back up and retest. Here on the weekly, was trying to form a W, trying to do a double bottom, hopefully. I like to check these little suckers out. It does look like she 272 us. Let's see if we can verify that. Oh, yes, man. Yeah, got me. I love yes. The best place that I love to see a double bottom is sitting on top of a 1.272 Fibonacci deep ass retracement. Oh, that was the wrong button, Sean. You was looking for this one. Well, that's what I would love to see happen right there, and we got it. So those ideas are enough to get me in, or for TA wise, is like, got something going on over here that I want a little taste of. It looks like you did a weird ass harmonic that took you to the 2 and 2 7. I don't see a reason to draw it out. That alone, if you're looking at that idea, is this being one of the M-shaped harmonics and everything, puts us back into coming up to $72 just to meet that. At least your 786, 886 retracement area, that would be the 886. So yeah, you would at least look for that guy. 786 coming in right here too. I'll put you up there too, baby. I mean, for real, for higher targets, for just this little zone here, that's where I want to see. Anything in the middle of 37.44, I think it's just noise for me anyway. Those make great targets to take profits for whatever anybody's strategy is. It's coming up to $27, 61% gains, $52 would give you basically a 3x from where we are now, 209% gains. 286 if we can get back up to 64. And you would think this being the last leg and a possible altcoin season's coming, that we could at least do something like that over the next few months, right? Looking at this from the lens that we are in the last leg of the market, and this one is at a bottom, it should be able to do some numbers. One would think, one would hope, especially with this market cap and with all the building on GitHub. I gotta say, man, this one looks pretty juicy. I can't believe I'm saying that, because I wouldn't have been looking at this one just from my past run-ins with it and everything, but it's a different animal now. At least it looks like at least they got their narrative on target, right? So whether this actually becomes some, major real world asset thing, that was one of the narratives that they're trying to do back in the day. But I mean, to, linking with the big boys, if they can pull that off, maybe it's got a bigger future than what I anticipate. Even if it's just a bunch of fluff and narrative, which seeing GitHub makes me think that it's not. Here, let's take a. Do you want to look at one that I mean, compare this to XDB and what those developers have got going on, which is probably not much. You can see that the ones here for Ego have just been working their ass off. I was very impressed with all the stuff that I saw over there. So I'm not shilling it. We're just looking at it. I like what I'm seeing here. I'm going to put, gosh darn it, Jim, you bring up good things that make me want to spend all my money, and I'm in too many coins, and I wasn't planning on doing Ego. I haven't even got down to the 4 hour. Oh man, that's looking sweet here. She might be running into some trouble, but we need to come up and confirm 22. I mean, that's the mission. That is the old mission right there. To come up right up there and hopefully get above it. And we're right at 618 territory now, so we're at a good place where some people might be taking some profits for any trades if they got in at 14 and rode it up to there. I think it's, what is that, 20-30%? Some people might be taking profits here, so we might get a pullback here and maybe retest this trend line in some way. So maybe a pullback to 15 could happen. It could happen. So that's what I see that could be happening if we get rejected here. Otherwise, then we move up toward these guys and try to test those out and hopefully go higher. But what we should be doing is trying to get past here. So whether we want to dip back and go up there and do it or not, that's the idea that we're hoping for, to confirm a double bottom M-shaped pattern here. It made a little bit of a lower low, didn't you? Measure move from that starts taking us up to these areas about $26. So starting to look pretty juicy here, I gotta say. So buying here, would I enter here at the 618? No. My rules for no. Get past it, yes. I just erased it, didn't I? This is a great place to take profit if you're already in it, get paid if you're already in it, or watch it for a retracement if you're wanting to get into it, or if it gets past that area if you want to get in it. So my play on this would be either the wait till it got past it, and then you have a more of a good chance that it could continue up. Otherwise, I would be looking for a retrace, for a rejection and a retrace on it. But 18. It's just looking good. I like what I'm seeing here on the bigger time frames. All right, we've been going for 120. An hour and 20 minutes here. I knew that was coming. Jim says, I got interested after they admitted the multiverse thing was did they admit it? Really? That's interesting that they would admit that. I got interested after they admitted the multiverse thing was a pivot and try and survive the bear market. Interesting. They refocused on original promises and financial poor. Okay, because I thought they started out with something more serious, and then when they knew it metaverse, I'm like, wait a minute. Because I was building, that's why I sold out on them, man. I lost my conviction on what they were working on, and it's like, no. Okay, so cool. They also didn't abandon the multiverse thing. Oh, well, if it ever does anything. Since devs actually did come to build games, they still actively promote builders working in the spectrum. Waiting to see if their August conference produces necessary details on the MyR 2.0 and X portal. If they delay for another year, I'll probably pass on the project. I like what I'm if you're going to take a risk on it, this is a good little risk. Remember, the lowest that she's been lately has been what? $12, right? It's not very far, I think, from its not its all-time low, but the lowest it's been since it first came out last season, back in 2020, right? It got down to about $8 back through here. Just a smidgen high at $12 right here. It's still in a good area to accumulate. Yeah, maybe thinking about maybe trying to build a position on it. If it can get back at a couple $100, and tokenomics alone and a little high might be enough to do that, let alone them actually doing something that people will actually want to get involved with and play, that could drive it up a lot more than that. So it might be I'm kind of liking it. We might even do a little deeper dive on it, maybe not tonight, but maybe tomorrow night on the Tokenmetrics or something. Speaking of Tokenmetrics, just as an extra little bonus for the 22 people of you hanging out over here, let's go and see what's hot over here, man. What's Tokenmetrics got cooking up over here? What can we pull out of this guy? Let me refresh this. So the because this is like a paid platform, I think they charge like $99 a month or something. I got an NFT. I'm good. I'm locked in. Bonk is trending. DIA. Haven't heard of that one in a while. I think that was an Oracle, if I'm not mistaken. Hype and Pump are the ones that are trending right now. And recently turned bearish. WCT Wallet Connect. That one's turning bullish. I mean, turned bullish again. Best daily performer has been Conflux DIA, which went up 93%. Really? Too much. Zora and Menu. We're bull and bear. We're getting 81%. They don't have the fear and greed index over here, but you know. What I really want to come over is look at the moonshots, but on the way there, I wanted to take a look at this Bitcoin versus altcoin season. We are still in Bitcoin season. I mean, it's starting to go up, but we haven't broke out this little red zone. We're still in Bitcoin season. I know you're going to hear, but we're in altcoin season. Oh, buy it all. Sell your house, sell your kids, buy it all now. No, we're in altcoin rally is what I'm going to continue to say until it shows me something different. I think that's a responsible thing to do. But a lot of people, you're going to hear that language of altcoin season. This is your last chance to get in, and history just says it's not. Okay, maybe we come back for a higher lows. Maybe we don't go as low as what we have on these altcoins, but I don't know. But we do have a good chance to make some money in some freaking altcoins right now, so let's do it. When they're beating up on Bitcoin, that's when we want to be in. That's what they're doing right now. Let's take advantage of that. But we're still, I just want to clear it clear. We're still technically in Bitcoin season. Bitcoin is still the one winning. That's still the big winner over here. However, what I really wanted to get over here and look at was the new moonshots and see what they got pulled up new. So this is for degen players. This is under $50 million market caps. And mine was the one that was doing pretty good. Seems like, I guess it's still doing pretty good today, looks like. I don't know, I don't have the right one. Pull it up here. Luna, we talked about that one, and Alien Base. Now the ones that are starting to come off, oh my gosh, Retardio is starting to get stonks and Retardio. Degen meme coins, okay, so those might be the hot ones for the degen plays. I have not looked at Retardio. I gave up on Retardio. It was hot, and then it's like it just never did anything else except for go down. So clearly I bought the top. What are you at right now, Retardio? Where have you been for them? This is a bad exchange, low liquidity exchange. Let's try a different exchange. Retardio. COINEX has got you. MEXC's got you. MEXC's a good one. Oh snap! So clearly Retardio was up at 13 cents at a high. When was that? That was this year? This is not an old enough chart. COINEX has been the... COINEX was the little degen place. So she hung out around here about 10 cents up for a long time. 10 all the way up to... what, 24 cents? Now she's down here making a possible double bottom pattern, hasn't confirmed it, needs to get above 4.5 cents to confirm it, and that's at around 2.5 cents right now. Interesting play. Okay, so Tokenmetrics says, hey man, this is one to watch. She's getting ready, she's showing signs that she may be getting ready to do something. Moonshots, this might be one of those little plays that can make you some X's. And she's still in a good place to accumulate, in my personal opinion, huh? I might want to see if I want to try this one. I'll be looking at right at 7 cents. From where we are now, just for the reckless degen, I can't have it, I gotta spend it now. Buying now and selling there could be 156% gains. Now I'm on the daily time frame, and here's what I want to point out. If we kind of follow this, guys, it looks like we got a breakout. That's kind of cool. I could come back and retest that, but it's just fractions of the 2 cents that we are right now down. More to gain than to lose when you're buying these bottoms. The only thing that you might run into, the risk, is that maybe it takes a little while to finally get up there. That would suck. However, it being mentioned on Tokenmetrics and what I'm seeing here on the charts, it looks like she's trying to do it sooner than not. So yeah, there might be something here, and I might be put that on my list for my little degen wallet. Retardio, I get back in that. See if I got anything to do that. What was the other one? Retardio and stonks. I never got into stonks, the stonks coin. So stonks meme coin. Find you on, I would suggest probably COINEX there too. Also, it made a lower low right there. It's a degen place. It's a risky place to get in, but I likes it. I likes it a little bit lower. What 0.018 would have been cool. We're at 0.023. That's not too far away. I would be looking at this idea here. It looks like we got a nice little channel idea. Just kind of squeezing into a nice falling wedge. So on this one, until I see something different, I would think that we could bounce around into this thing until we finally break out. That could be something we see here, but it doesn't mean that we can't make some money and go to close to 4 cents on the way there. So that's one concern I would have about this. What do you tell me, Fibs? Oh, you at the right sweet spot to try. I like Retardio better than this, to be honest with you. I don't know anything about the tokenomics, and that comes into play too for his high, performance and what you can expect. But the 3.7 area, I can see that. Is that worth it? 70% gains out of a little meme coin doesn't seem like much. What if it went to 6 cents? If it did everything that we would hope it would do, bounce from here and go up to our little target, just to retest these areas it's been before this year, 151%. That might be. We'll take a look. Okay. We looked at it, but I kind of like Retardia looked a little bit better. Well, this is COINEX, right? Retard binder coin. Oh, this is what? What coin is that? Retard binder coin. I hit the wrong coin. I never heard of retard binder. Can you even say that? Don't. Oh, yay. Did we get... This is why we don't have any subscribers, because we keep saying all the wrong words like COVID, pandemic, government conspiracy. I think we just say all the wrong words on this channel. Gosh darn it. COINEX is... What is retard binder? I said it again. So Lana retard... Okay, so are we just not having... Let's go to weeks. Is this retarded? Did I chart the... No, 2.9. That should be right. All right. Wherever I charted it. I was going to take one more look at it, but clearly that's not going to happen. Meanwhile, Bitcoin is just saying, ha, 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 ha. Psyched you for frickers out. I pump right back up. Ha, ha, gotcha. Fooled ya. Gotcha, bitch. Okay, so what are you doing? What are you doing? Bitcoin, what are you doing? What are you doing? Well, interesting place that we would be up here. Let's examine this out. We bounced off a 786. Cool. All right, let's get the little fibs to clear this little guy out. So we're just now coming back to retest this line. Might get rejected there. Might be a bearish retest. However, you also got this trend line here. Could it be a bear trap and a breakout? That could be cool. That would be bullish AF. I want to see that. If I had a choice, I would go with that one. Let's go for choice number 2, Alex, for $500. Can we put that in? That's some dirty Sunday action, Bitcoin, and I'm not surprised that you would do that at all. Look, it's like inverted head and shoulders, and yeah, technically on this price, on this line, you could get away with it. You could also get away with just a more solid method to play that, in my personal opinion, or maybe a better initial play and let this be the little inverted head and shoulders be your little backup or secondary play, and that would be the trend line, because they'll give you the same outcome. Maybe buying the breakout a little sooner, you know. Interesting. Interesting, even for Bitcoin to what you pump up. Pump, baby, pump, baby. I don't feel bad. I don't think I'm in drawdown anymore, am I? Am I out of drawdown? I hope I'm out of drawdown. I want to make some money tonight. If you can be the bear trap idea, I would love you forever. Love you a long time, baby. You got some stuff you got to work on over here, though. Come on now. Come on, 6 minute. Give me something I can work with. I think that's hopeful. What you got on the 1 hour? You trying to do something over here? Oh, look at you, the little green dot. Go for it, baby. I hope you do it. I hope you bear trap your little ass out of here and we go for a higher high. Technically, we made a higher low from this one over here, and that one matters. Okay, lower from this one kind of sucks. They look scary, but we don't really have a good secondary trend line. We still got this big ass main one right here, which we could still come down and touch. I don't know. Right now, I want to take this little guy, and we're gonna cheat her. There is no lines there, dude. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. You're better off doing this, I think. Can we do this now? Because we did this before, and look, you're above it. I like that. That's what we just had, isn't it? We're just going to shut up. I like this idea here. I like the bear trap idea. I like it a lot. Pull this off for me. Pull this off for me. Make this happen, Bitcoin. Let's make it happen. Do something bullish for a change. Maybe they pump us up tomorrow and then dump us down. We seem to be respected. Remember, my biggest thing was that 382 fib, or 236 fibby. The O236 Fibby, which apparently I can't keep drawing on the chart to save my life. I'm gonna have to draw you one more time here. Swing low, swing high. Tell me where I need to buy. My little magical red line right here. Sound effects are free tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been going for way too long, about an hour and a half here. But a nice little comeback up possible. Look on the 1 hour and it's like, dude, what happened? Like nothing happened. Like we're just at the same place we kind of were. It's just only, you know, still there. It only looks so impressive on the smaller time frames, doesn't it? We're holding these levels, man, so we're still holding that 236 fib area. Beautiful. Technically a higher low from this one. So see if we can go. That would put us, I mean, it kind of puts us on the spot. Now we're kind of forced since we made a lower low here with some divergence going on. We kind of put Bitcoin on the spot here. It's got a save face. You got to do your little breakout thingy right here. You need to do your little breakout thing. Here, let me help you out. Let me draw the little line. Here's the line. You need to get above it, retest it bullishly, and then go on. We've got to put on the spot. We've put on spot. Now you got to perform. It's going to have performance anxiety now. Now you got to go and knock out this high, man. I mean, that's what everybody's expecting you to do right now, Bitcoin, and make a higher high at that. You got a lot of pressure on you, Bitcoin. I don't want to be you tonight, but I'll definitely watch you go up. Pledge the route. Go up more. Anybody shorting this thing? I wouldn't short the market right now to save my life. Too risky to short. Go with the trend, and the trend is definitely looking bullish overall. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me. Watch out tomorrow. It's Fake Move Monday. They like to play games with us. I'm not aware of any news coming this week, so maybe we're saved there. There's a few things like Mercury being in retrograde make me look for a choppy market overall, but like we say, I would love to see it break that trend there and see if we can. There's also some good bullish things I'm looking for right now. We keep holding this level. I'm bullish. I mean, I'm bullish to see that this will hold. Could be some good things. Maybe they'll pull a good slam bam, thank you ma'am, in a good way on us tomorrow or Tuesday. I don't know. Let's see if they pump us or dump us. But usually whatever we start out with on a Monday and Tuesday, not the real move. Not the real move. So take profits when we can. And I like to see that bounce back on Bitcoin. Just got to see a little bit more. Come on, Bitcoin. Can you do it? What are you doing here? She looks on the 6 minute. You trying to do it? Market ciphers down here throwing me red dots, bearish divergence and everything, and I'm saying, I think you're going to try to do it. I'm looking forward to trying to do it. I think we're getting a breakout. Let's there, Bitcoin. Let's pump these bags again tonight. Good ass coffee strikes again. Is that what it is? Is this the guy got that? It's not supposed to have any caffeine. Is it making me weird? It's the mushroom coffee. That's why everything is in kaleidoscope. It makes sense. I'm just going to trip my balls off tonight and watch Bitcoin try to go up. I think it's going to try to go up, folks. Let's cross our fingers. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Mercury is what? Mercury is Rotten Egg Monday. All right, guys. Take a look over here before we edge out. How we doing? Overall, on the daily, how we doing? Still up 3%. That's good. That's good. Where we at on the weekly? Still up on our new week, right? This should be our new week, right? It's saying we're up 12%. For the month, how we doing on this stuff? For the month? Can we do the month? Sean? Some of this stuff's up 56%, 40%, up 40% on the top 100. This is amazing, amazing. I hope you guys are getting paid. You're making some of that money, locking in some of the profits, and got a plan on how you're going to roll it over or whatever your next step is going to do. Try to plan ahead your next steps. I hope that you guys are doing that. Looking ahead a little bit. That's why we try to look at some of the bigger time frames to try to do those things. Still just being caught up in just the very little minute what's going on. But it's, oh, look at you, Conflux. Look at you go. 23 cents. Make a lot of people happy. Not me, but I'm happy for the people that are oh my gosh. For real? I passed you up when you were around $1 saying, screw it. You're at $2 now. Wow, SPX. And we got some good things moving out here, guys. So hopefully, don't forget to get paid on the way. You gotta take some profits on the way. You gotta lock that stuff in, or else it just disappears again. But congratulations, guys. We're here at the fun part of the market right now. Hope it'll be fun for several days more. I hope. We'll come back tomorrow, make sure. I don't see anything telling me that we're getting ready to dump on our ass. If anything, it looks like total 3 is at its, is at resistance. It's not clearing it yet, but it looks like right now she's trying to test that little sucker as we speak. See if we can get a little more pump up. Come on, baby. Come on. See if we can do it. See you guys on the end screen. See you guys tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out. All 20 of you still here. Thank you. Hit the like button if you can. That really helps. Thank you. Thank you very much.
In the midnight glow, held your heart close, but let your logic go. A lover's game with charts that climb and dive, but don't lose yourself trying to feel alive.
Hey, thought his turkey filter was on. Was it not on? Did it flip off?
The market's a siren with a price to be paid. Hold your soul steady when the FOMO calls. In the dance of the market, don't risk it all.
Rodney Monday. That's a good one.
Promises so sweet, but volatility whispers.
It's good to see you guys. I'm glad you guys still hanging out there, still in crypto, still doing what you're doing. I like it.
Don't marry your trades, let the candle fade. The market's a siren with
I see what you did there.
Hold your soul steady when the FOMO calls. In the dance of
Oh, there you go, Selena. Up 55%. Oh, I'm awesome. That's amazing. Do I have clappy hands over here?
Take a breath and see.
Yeah, we do. Congratulations, Selena. I'm sure that was going to do a little something too right there.
It's a siren with a price to be paid. Hold your soul steady when the FOMO calls. In the dance of the market, don't risk it all.
Glittery Marshmallow also had a good day. Shout out to her. Was it here? Yeah, she had a. She made her first 20% profit. So she's starting to see the things starting to come together there. So congratulations, Glittery Marshmallow. Where's the clappy hands? She's getting it. She's getting it. She's making it happen. I gave her the baller mode. And then it came out a little. Okay. Scuba Turbo! That's alright, you can just hit rewind, put it on there real fast, skip through things. It's kind of better if you do. Just hit the like button if you don't mind. Alright guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Let's let the little dog wave and say, good night, John Boy.
I'm late to the play. So
Good night, John Boy.